All right, guys. So today we need to go over this article that pokebeach just dropped today because they are talking about all 78 secret rares for Ascended Heroes. Again, the next Pokemon card set that is going to be dropping. People are very hyped, very excited for this set. This seems like it could potentially be, maybe the best set of the past couple years, maybe the best set of 2026 already coming out right at the beginning of the year. People are calling this, like the next Evolving Skies, whatever. But the all 78 secret rares for Ascended Heroes, likely known, includes 2 surprise cards. And again, this is rumored to be potentially the largest English set ever. So let's go over some of the cards. Based on official information revealed so far, we likely know all secret rares will be included in our special Ascended Hero set. Its first products will release on January 30th and continue to release throughout 2026. So some of the cards we have here right off the bat, this Erica's Tangela I think is pretty interesting. Very, very colorful. A lot of stuff going on. I think it's honestly a pretty cool card. Obviously not for the most, exciting or, high-end Pokemon in the world, but a cool card. The Beautifly, the Dustox, kind of cool. Lots of, just really, really interesting, big, bold card designs. This one is one that really, really stands out to me. Psyduck, with this kind of design, the water, the blues, the colors, like this just pops. This is just very, very, very vibrant. Like I said, when I'm scrolling through, this is one that makes me stop and look. I think this is a very, very cool Psyduck card. Tons of other really cool designs here. We got Weavile, we got Vikavolt, Meryl, a cool card. Lots of interesting stuff here. We're going to get down to some big bangers, towards the end of this, so definitely make sure you stick around. Here we have Team Rocket's Mimikyu. I think that's a pretty cool card, one that stands out to me. Team Rocket's Dugtrio over here. Hitmontop with that very, kind of interesting and different design. This Metacham one looks pretty interesting. Just all kinds of, very, very diverse kind of art styles and art designs in this, too. Some a little bit more cartoony, some a little bit more, I don't know, it's just like a little bit of everything in here, and just so many of them. Like I said, potentially the biggest and rumored to be the largest English set ever. Here I think is a very cool one as well. This is Galarian Obstagoon. Anything else here that's kind of standing out? So many different things to look at. We have some, trainer cards that are going to be cool. I'm sure some of those are going to be very, very high in demand. Then we get into these, which is a little bit more of like the whatever manga style cards with the words going across them and stuff like that. Some interesting ones here. We have the Mega Gengar EX. That is obviously going to be a very, very cool one. Obviously Gengar, really, really popular Pokemon. We have the Mega Dragonite EX. That is going to be a very, very cool card. Now again, this is not exactly what these cards are going to look like. Obviously these are like the Japanese versions of cards in similar sets that we know are eventually going to be coming into our English version of the sets that they've had released over there. So they're not going to look exactly like this, but still, this Mega Feraligatr EX, this one stands out in a huge way to me. I think this one is very sick, a very, very cool card. Then some of the Pikachus. Obviously, Pikachu is an always popular Pokemon. We always are going to have chase Pikachu cards that are going to be very expensive. They're going to be ones that people are going after. We have the Pikachu EX with kind of all the gems and stuff going on. It's got the terrestrialization look, everything here. Very cool. It's like, making its body all kind of designed and stuff. I think that's a cool card. The Pikachu EX, that's just like a nice, beautiful, like clean art design on that. Then we have a couple of other cool ones. This Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, very cool card. Mewtwo is a Pokemon that I personally love a lot. Mewtwo cards always really, really stand out to me. I think it's just a very cool character that they do a lot of cool stuff with, and that's definitely going to be a big one. That's a cool card too, the Mega Halucha EX. Another Gengar card. Gengar, one of my personal favorite Pokemon as well, so those cards I always have to stop and take a look at. So you can just already see, again, we still have plenty of more to scroll through here, but you can already see why people are so excited for Ascended Heroes. Ascended Heroes, I do believe, is going to have so much demand right off the bat. People are going to be trying to get their hands on anything and everything, to be, holding it, to be ripping open this stuff. And it also seems like this is going to be a very, very fun set to open. But having so many cards and being such a big set, if there is a couple or one specific card or whatever that you're looking for, it might be pretty hard to get because there's going to be so many different possibilities, so many different options, which also could end up having some of these cards be very, very valuable if some of their pull rates does end up, being lower. Some of them end up being harder to get your hands on, stuff like that. But again, there's also the rumors of, the printing mills getting fired up and built out, and we're going to have, the Pokemon printer at full force in 2026. So maybe they'll still be able to meet the demand, even if the demand does end up being insane. Stevens Metagross EX. This is definitely one of the cooler cards in the whole set. That is an absolutely banger of a card. Here is another insane card. This one is going to stand out in a huge way. I can't remember what they have on the title of this. Is Mega Dragonite EX. And again, Dragonite, sick Pokemon. This is a sick design, very colorful, stands out. It just pops. That is definitely one people are going to want to get their hands on. Here we have Iris's Fighting Spirit. I think that looks very cool as well. You can see a couple of Pokemon, standing around her. Just a cool card. It's Surfer, I think, is kind of interesting, kind of weird, kind of just a different card. And then we have a couple of the gold cards. Obviously, these are going to be very, very expensive. These are going to be huge chase cards, huge pull cards from this set. The Mega Charizard YEX, the gold version here, very crazy. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. Personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of the gold and the red cards. Maybe there's something that will end up growing on me. I get it. They stand out. They're different. They're cool in that way. I'm always a fan of, getting unique, new stuff, trying out new stuff, whatever. But for me, I would rather have just like a really, really sick, good looking, beautiful art designed card than like these full gold cards. They kind of are hard to look at. They kind of hurt my eyes. I don't know. I'm not really the biggest fan, but I do understand why these will have a market. I do understand that people are going to want these. People are going to collect these. These are going to have massive value. These are going to be, crazy to pull, but it's just like when I'm, if I was going to have a card, sitting on my desk or a card in my collection or whatever, I don't know that I would necessarily want these gold cards over that. Like when I look at this, I would probably rather have this Mega Dragonite EX than the gold Mega Dragonite EX, but that is the other big card in this set as well. Obviously, that is going to be this Mega Dragonite EX full gold card. So our English set should include the following 78 secret rares: the 2 leftover Japanese promos, Lano's Watrel, which released as a booster box promo for Battle Partners in January, and Sharon, which released as a promo for the Victini BWR Battle Tournaments in June. 53 of 57 secret rares from November's Mega Dream EX, minus N Zekrom IR, Mega Charizard X MAR, Mega Lucario EX MAR, and Mega Gardevoir EX MAR, as they've all been turned into promos in English. 23 of the 24 secret rares from December's Start Deck 100 Battle Collection, minus EVs. We've already received it in English in January. The Pokemon Company International revealed the set would feature 33 illustration rares and 14 ultra rare full art cards. The set list above works once you include the Watrel and Sharon, which are 2 leftover cards from Japan that could fit. Combined with the fact that the Pokemon Company International included Team Rocket's Giovanni Boss promo, we know they're trying to include all leftover cards. This is the largest English set ever to release at 295 cards. Fusion Strike was previously the record holder there at 284. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is pretty crazy, pretty massive news. Again, the cards are not going to look exactly like this. They're going to have, small design changes, and obviously they're going to be in English and stuff like that. But we do have some kind of idea of all the secret rare, full art, special illustration rare, all of that stuff that's going to be coming to Ascended Heroes in January of 2026. Like I said, this is the most hyped up set we've seen in a while, and I can see why. A lot of these cards are very, very crazy. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be trying to pick up Ascended Heroes and rip it open day one? What's your favorite card that we took a look at this video today? What do you think is going to be, the sleeper card, the overrated card? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Pretty much it for this video today. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.